All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Lang Trading Chat Room. It is June 12th, 2023. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend, ready to rock and roll. Get back at it again today. As always, if you're new, it's going to go something like this. We're going to start off with the market bias, take a look at the SPY and the QQQ, determine which way we think the markets are going to head today. After that, we will review the favorites list on the right-hand side of the screen right here. Once we review that list, it will be time to start day trading, so that is what we will do. If you have questions about how I'm trading and maybe about how you're trading, anything like that, make sure you throw that up in the chat log. As always, guys, make sure you're practicing proper money management. This is not a get-rich-quick business. You're not going to earn while you learn, none of that crap. So make sure you're doing it the right way, which is starting off with very small risk and incrementally working your way up to a full risk loss. So if you have any questions about money management, about trade management, really any question about trading at all, make sure you check out the Lang Trading Discord. The link is in the description below. Got some great resources for beginning traders. And you can get some personalized feedback in there as well. So make sure you guys check that out. And with that, let's get started on the markets, guys. So SPY and Qs both gapping up a little bit today. Looking a little bit bullish. I'm going in with a bullish bias. We are gapping up. You see on this 15-minute gapping over this little consolidation. We do have some resistance right here at 432, so we'll see how we handle that. So it's not like a totally rip-roaring bullish bias, but I am leaning towards the bullish side. We had a nice little consolidation last week. I think we caught our breath on the SPY a little bit, and now maybe going up for a second leg here. So leaning bullish, Q, same sort of thing. Nice little consolidation rest. We do have this resistance up here in the, what is this, like 357 area. So right about 357, 357.50. Got some resistance on the Qs as well. So we'll see how we do with that spot up there on the SPY and the Qs. But overall, leaning towards the bullish side. Got quite a few long ideas, so let's jump right into these, all right? So first up is AMD. So AMD is gapping up, pretty similar to the SPY and the Qs actually. Gapping up over a little consolidation. Got some room to run up to about 130. So I think we can get over 130 for sure, but that's definitely going to be the first area of resistance that we see on the AMD. So watch this one. I do like it quite a bit. It's been a very strong stock, one of the semiconductor stocks, so it's going up with AMD and stuff like that. So keep an eye on this AMD, guys. It's probably one of my top watches for sure. Next up, we have CCL. So CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines, gapping up. This was another one. It's been on a nice tear, going higher. So keep an eye on the CCL. It should have room. It's not a whole lot of room. Room up to about 14 bucks, maybe like 14.50 or so. So keep an eye on it. This one is a little bit extended, so not as big of a fan, but I do like it still. It is a very strong stock. Next up, we have JOBY, Joby. So this one's gapping up. You can clear away some of these swing trading lines here. So gapping up, it's been a very strong stock. Had a nice breakout, ripping higher. Looks a little bit extended on this daily, but you look at the hourly chart, it really ripped for that first hour and then just kind of settled down for the rest of the day. So not super extended. I do think we have some room to run on this. See, it's gapping up over these pivots as well, so should have room up to about 750. So keep an eye on the JOBY. I like this one quite a bit. Honestly, this might be my top watch. I don't know. Between JOBY and AMD, these are the two ones that I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on. Next up is Oracle. So Oracle is another one, just been kind of grinding higher, gapping up again, so a little bit extended, but again, similar to JOBY, it kind of ripped early and it's consolidated, so not as extended as it may look on the daily chart. This is an earnings gap today, so we have earnings today, so might be putting in a big move. I believe it's an all-time high on Oracle, so there's really nothing holding us back. So the sky's the limit on this one. We'll see if we can't just end up running higher on the Oracle. Next up, we have Indac, the NASDAQ. So this thing's gapping down 10%. This is like, technically speaking, this is probably the best gap on paper. You're gapping under all these green bars. Anybody that's bought this stock since the start of the month, they're waking up and they're in the negative today. So they're going to have to, they're going to be selling this thing. This thing's going to be going down. Keep an eye on it. Should have room, pretty easy room down to at least 51. Maybe more than that, but 51 is going to be kind of my hard target there. This thing does about $1 a day. So 51 is right in that range of its average trading range. You can see the pre-market kind of bounce off that area, so maybe we'll get a move down there, but yeah, keep an eye on it. Probably the best short idea I have for today. Next up, we have Oxy, so Occidental Petroleum. This one's gapping down. I'm going to need to get under this 58.50, and before I'm like super interested in it. We're gapping just above these pivots, just above the support right here. So we break 58.50, should have pretty easy room down to about 57.50. So keep an eye on this one. Just make sure you're under that area before I'm trading it. Next up, we have simply S. What is this? Like Sentinel 1? Yeah, Sentinel 1. So this one's gapping up over a red bar into a pretty nice little void here. We do have some moving averages that we're going to have to deal with, but for the most part, it's a pretty clean void. I guess we're right at this bottom of support. What was support will probably act as resistance now, but we could see, I don't know, $17 today. Wouldn't be super surprised if that happens. But keep an eye on it. It is a stock that gap down, so it does have that going against it. But nonetheless, I do like this gap up today, so we'll see if we can't get a little pop out of the S. Next up, we have Qualcomm. So this one's gapping up over a topping tail, wider, big volume topping tail as well. So should see some more follow through out of this today. Really nothing holding it back until maybe you get to like 124, cause an issue, but for the most part, we have pretty clear room to go higher on the QCOM. So I do like this one quite a bit. Actually, I'm gonna put QCOM over Oracle. I think Oracle's just a bit extended, honestly. That thing's up a lot. So next up on the list, though, is American Airlines, AAL. So you kind of watch all the airlines. BAL is gapping up a little bit. JBlue. Actually, I didn't look at JBlue. Another, it is gapping up, though, so I'm going to put that on the list. What was the other one I was looking at? Oh, Love. Southwest Airlines gapping up. So really keep an eye on the whole airline sector. They're all gapping up a little bit, all into a nice little void here. So watch them higher for sure. Next up, last up, I suppose we have Shopify. So Shopify is gapping up just under yesterday's high or Friday's high, I suppose, into a little bit of a void. This was honestly probably could have been a backup idea. It has some work it needs to do. I'm not super impressed with this one, but maybe we get a move up to like $64. You can definitely keep an eye on it. I do like this void on the 15-minute chart right here. You get over this little spot at 62.30. Like I said, should have room up to about 64, maybe 64.50. So worth keeping an eye on, but kind of a backup idea at the moment. So that is my favorites list right now. I guess we got a few more minutes. I'm going to run through my backups real fast here. First up is Target. So Target needs to get under that support area, but it does look good if it gets under there. Really weak stock, plenty of room to drop. Have a nice little consolidation, so it's not super extended anymore. So keep an eye on the target under that 126.75. I do have an alert set for that. Next up is ENPH. So another one, a little bit of support here. I want to see it get under this this line right here, 169. So I got an alert set on this one as well. If it gets down there, I will be watching it under 169. But at the moment, I feel like it was probably okay to be on a backup list. Then last up is Coin. Really, this is a backup, man. I'm not a huge fan of this one at all, honestly. Probably not going to end up trading it. You got some solid support at like $50, so it's going to be tough to go short on the coin, but I figured why not? Throw it on the list. We got room. And then backups on the longs. Man, it was a little bit tough to choose my favorite long ideas, honestly. Like I said, I talked about earlier, we got the airline stocks, Love, JBlue, AAL is on our list, so keep an eye on those. This NCLH, one of the cruise stocks, similar to CCL. You can probably throw RCL on your list too if you like it. So maybe keep an eye on the cruise, really the whole travel sector, I suppose. Cruises, airlines, all that stuff is gapping up today into a pretty decent void. So keep an eye on the travel sector. Next up, we got Adobe. So Adobe's gapping into yesterday's bar a little bit. Maybe if it gets over that high, has a little bit of room to run. Maybe keep an eye. Not my favorite idea, honestly. Next up is CRM, another one gapping into yesterday's bar. Maybe if it gets over that high, it has a little bit of room. But yeah, definitely a backup idea until it gets over that spot. SoFi, another one gapping into yesterday's bar. This is probably the most backup of all the backup ideas, man. And these, like, this thing's already extended, so I'm probably not even gonna trade so far. I probably could just take this off my list and it wouldn't hurt me at all. So I'm gonna move it down there. Next up is Ocul. I don't even know what this company is. Ocul Therapeutics. So gapping up a little bit. If it gets over that 774, I do like it. It's putting a little breakout, but nothing to do with it right here. And last on the list is UPST Upstart. So if this one gets over like 34 bucks, keep an eye on it. Otherwise, I'm not going to watch it. So I guess there wasn't a whole lot of backup ideas there, but here we are. This is the list we're going with right off the open. So market's about to open, and oh, market is open right now. Bada bing, bada boom. Market's open, guys. So as always, make sure you're practicing that proper money management. Make sure you have a trading plan and you are following that plan. All right, let's get it, guys. Let's make some money today. SPY and Q's gapping up a little bit here. And as always, guys, if you have any questions or about any stocks you're trading or really any questions or comments at all, make sure you throw those up in the chat log. It helps everybody out. So don't hesitate. Don't be shy. Just let it rip. Whatever you got on your mind, let it rip. Don't do that with trading. Don't just let your trades rip. Make sure your trades have a plan. But if there's something you want to put in the chat log, let that rip. Let it get all that out there. So the Nasdaq is in DAC. Man, I do not like this. I don't like having this stock on my list. I'm gonna say the Nasdaq. People are gonna think I'm talking about the Qs or something. Anyways, Indac not looking good. Moving up pretty good off the open. Oxy's kind of doing the same, but not as much. Getting some red. Oracle's looking higher. Joby's pulling in. CCL's pulling in. AMD's chopping around. Which one did I move off? Oh, so yeah, QCOM is pulling in. I guess I'm gonna switch those back because Oracle's doing a lot better. I didn't switch them with my thumbnail watch list. So yeah, keep an eye on the Oracle. Sentinel's pulling in. American Airlines looking higher. So guys, so keep an eye on that one. Shopify looking higher as well. So I want to watch Shop. It's already over the resistance area that we needed to be over. Right there, about 62.30 or something. Yeah, keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on the Shop. Keep an eye on AAL. And some of these other ones doing. Love is moving up. JetBlue is moving up. So yeah, guys, watch the airline sector. Airline sector and Target short. Target short as well. Keep an eye on this one. Moving lower, looking real low at the moment. Yeah, guys, watch Target. That's probably going to be one of my top. Actually, I'm going to put that up here instead of NASDAQ. I think NASDAQ's probably going to be junk, guys, honestly. So yeah, watch Target short. There we go. There's Target short. CCL's moving up. Markets are pulling in at the moment, so good to see some relative strength out of a few of these ideas. I still like AMD. CCL is looking okay. A little bit whippy there on CCL. Joby's pulling in. We can keep it on the Oracle. It's a little bit of a range concern right now, so we're going to need it to rest, but I do like that. Target is looking good. It's not extended at all, so keep it on the Target. QCOM is rolling over a little bit. Sentinel 1 is kind of chopping around. And AAL is a beast. So is Shopify. So keep an eye on both of these guys. Shopify and AAL. Shop and AAL. What we got here? Alright. Oracle's kind of hanging out. So this is kind of what we want to see Oracle do. We don't want to see it go too much lower than this, but if it chops around for a little bit longer, I do like that. AAL looking alright. Is this the best airline right now? Let's find out. Love is looking pretty solid too, so I'm gonna watch that. JBlue. JBlue I don't like as much. A little bit sloppy there. What is DAL up to? DAL. Well, it hit our swing trade target. That's fantastic. This one's just a little bit more extended though. 1 minute buy setup is looking all right, but be careful there. Be careful there. Hey, good morning, Casey. You're trading AAL. Let's take a look at it. Long 1574, so you're getting in right up here. I don't mind this 1504. A little bit tight on the stop loss. So if it does pull back and retest the support, you probably get tagged out of that. But I do like going long on this 1663. Got a nice little target right there at the next area of resistance. So yeah, I like that. I think it's pretty solid. I like the trade on AAL. Airline sector moving up. Guys, watch this AAL for a 1 minute buy setup right here. Watch it on the 1 minute buy setup. It's pretty tough to trade right there. Needed one more bar, but still keep an eye on the Shopify. A lot of range left there. I do like AMD still quite a bit. CCO is pulling in here. I mean, Joby's been pretty weak. Oracle's still hanging out. Guys, Target's super weak too. How much range does Target have? Target has a lot of range left, so keep an eye on this maybe for some sort of sell setup on Target. Keep an eye on that. AAL's doing this thing. Yeah, the index rolled right back over, so maybe we'll keep an eye on that one. Love is still hanging out. What was J Blue doing again? Let me check one more time. Yeah, I'll throw it up here. It's AMD is putting in a little bit of an interesting buy setup right here. Pulling back right to an area of support, which we got plenty of range left here. So I'm going to slip into A. I don't really like that engulfing right there. Yeah, I don't like how. I'm going to wait on the AMD. I think we can get a better pattern out of that. I'm really not concerned about range at all, so I think we can get a better pattern out of AMD. AAL's chopping around. Shopify's pulling in a bit. Shopify is pulling back to an area of support, guys. Watch this Shopify. Get in. I get a low of the day stop loss, even 54 cents. You need high of the day for target. Guys, keep an eye on that Shopify. Look at that bottoming tail just put in on huge volume. I am very, very tempted on Shopify. Markets are, what the markets are? SPY and Qs are both pulling back a little bit at the moment at an area of support. That's Shopify. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this. Might have to bid for it. 62.54. Low of the day, 62. Low over 63. 63.08. Yeah, I don't know. That's a very sloppy buy setup, guys. That really is. I mean, the bottoming tail is there, the volume's there, but this one red bar, that's tough to take a buy setup into. I don't think I'm going to be mad about missing that one at all, honestly. I don't even think I missed it. Love still looking very interesting, so I'm going to keep an eye on this one, actually. Yeah, I think Love is one of the better looking airlines right now, so I'm going to put that up there. JOBY is not looking super hot, so I'm going to put that down on the list. Watching Love over high of the day. Guys, AMD's looking interesting up here, too. Got a little shakeout bar now. Like I said, I'd really honestly rather just prefer the high of the day on AMD. This thing still has over $2 of range left. It's got the resistance up there at 130.80, so I'm just going to hold off for that until high of the day. Guys, target short, watch this. Ooh, wow, actually. Yeah, guys, keeping a very close eye on the target short. Keep a very close eye on target short. Ooh. All right, delete that alert. Don't want to see it go too much higher right here, but I do like what it's doing. 125.52, probably get like a 90-cent stop loss. Still got plenty of range left there, so yeah, watch that target short. I want to keep an eye on CCL higher and AMD higher as well. CCL is looking okay. Okay, AMD is probably my top watch right here. Over 129.50, 129.47. Like I said, give it $1.50 on the stop loss. You're gonna need like 131 out of this thing, right? $1.50. Oh yeah. Keep an eye on the AMD. Like that. Love is moving up towards high of the day. Guys, CCL actually. CCL is not too shabby right up here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put an order in on CCL. 24-cent stop loss. 14.27, 14.03. 14.27, 14. I'm going to have to bid for it at this point. Little 1 minute breakout. You got the VWAP. You got the range. The range isn't really there. Good volume though. Guys, there's issues. I mean, I feel like I'm having a little bit of fear of loss, but also not the cleanest trade I've ever seen in my life, you know? Casey, I see you. I'm gonna get to you in just a minute, my man. I gotta keep my eyes peeled on this. These 1 minute charts. They move quick. I'm not gonna just sit here. I'm not gonna bid for CCO. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold off on that, I suppose. Love still moving up. Oracle's really just chopping around at this point. Because AMD is getting a little bit choppy as well, so tough there. AAL, Shopify. Shopify is a little interesting. I don't know about getting in. You could argue to get in over 62.90. That buy setup. Had it. All right. All right. I'm still keeping my eyes peeled on a few of these ideas here. Sitting at one, actually very interesting up here, guys. Over high of the day. Guys, keep a very S over high of the day. Watch that. J Blue's still looking higher. Joby's kind of trying to bounce. Index is a little bit tough there. So Love, Oracle. AAL still interesting up here. 16 over high of the day, 1606. I don't know where you're putting your stop loss just yet, but keep an eye on it. I'm really tempted on this Shopify. 56-cent stop loss. You're gonna need just over that 63.50. Just kind of. I like a high of the day way better than that. Guys, this S sitting at one. Looking interesting. What's the range on this? 41 cents. Probably slip in with like a 20 to 30 cent stop loss, maybe 25 cents right above that VWAP. Guys, keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. The S. Love continues to move higher. I think Love is my favorite. Actually, no, never mind. AAL. AAL is my favorite airline right now. 1606. I really want to see it just come back. I'm not going to get in after 5 straight green bars up. It's not my cup of tea. So we get some sort of rest, some sort of buy setup here. Big fan. Big fan of a buy setup on Love, but we're going to need to get that pullback. CCL is doing a pretty decent job so far. Would have been a 24-cent stop. You're up 12 cents, so up half an hour on CCL. Not a bad start there. Oracle's still really chopping around. Because AMD's moving up towards high of the day. It's a little bit sloppy, but keep an eye on this one. Like I said, about $1.50 stop. You can probably give it $1 stop if you want to be a little more aggressive. In fact, I'm considering that. So I'm going to keep a very close eye on the AAL. Shop still hanging out. QCOM. Sitting there one. Guys, this one actually is the one I'm about to put an order in. What's the volume like? The volume's great. It's going to be 1585. Like I said, 25-cent stop loss of 1560, 15.6, 1510. Whoa, what just happened? Actual. Working now? Man, I don't know what's going on with the sound here recently. I hope that hasn't been out too long. But looks like it should be back now. So yeah, if you have any issues, let me know again. Sorry about that, Casey. Casey, I still got those ideas. There's 3 ideas as well. I'm gonna review them as soon as I feel confident that I'm not gonna miss anything else. Man, that would have been it, wouldn't it? Given a dollar stop loss, it popped exactly a dollar. CCL moving up a little bit. Keep an eye on that one. Still has range. Oracle target. I need to watch S actually. What am I doing here? I need to watch this. And I was tempted to get in over high today, right? Or not high. 56-cent stop loss. You up 39 cents. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. We probably ended up being weak today. Adobe's pulling back. So I don't really see much under there. I mean, look at AMD all the way back down. My goodness. So yeah, S is off to a good start. We need to get over that $16 area. Why is this at 16.10? This is not where that needs to be. There we go. Yes, we need 16.10 out of that. So we just need to get over that $16 area, and we should be in the clear. All right. So markets are still pretty choppy. Pretty choppy right here. Q's very choppy, actually. My goodness, look at that. Look at that on this NASDAQ, man. Whew. Just back and forth, whiplash. CCL love, target Oracle. Okay. Let me check out. Let me fix up my thumbnail watch list, and then I'll check out these trades for you, Casey. I think that should be good. All right, let's check at least one of these here. First up, EL, Estee Lauder, not a company. Well, you're going short, daily short, entry at 175. So on the right trend, trending down. Stop loss at 187. So pretty good, pretty sizable stop loss, but not too far away. I like that. Target down to 154. So target's down here. I think that's pretty reasonable trade. I do. I think that's pretty reasonable in a good downtrend. Not a great, and there's no real clear pattern, but still pretty solid trend there. I do like the EL short. Next up is DG, Dollar General. Dollar General. Going long on the Dollar General. Long at 152. I think you're going short. I think you might have mistyped that. Long, short at 152. Stop loss. Man, that's annoying. This is annoying. This sound thing is really annoying. I don't know why it's doing that. Drives me nuts. No, I'm not doing anything on my end. It just goes out. Now people get off too because of it. That's annoying. It is what it is, I suppose. Try to figure. I'm not touching any wires, nothing. It just goes out. So I don't know. I don't know. But as I was saying with that DG, a little bit extended. You're gonna need a really, really big move out of that for a full target. So either be prepared for that one for the long haul or something. Because yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of holding short positions like that forever either. If I'm going to be in a position for a long time, I want to make sure it's a long trade. Last up, IMGN. I don't see anything from my list as of now either. So you're going long IMGN 1740. Get it up here. Stop at 1630. So you don't have a whole lot on the stop. This thing's pretty extended. I would not be surprised if it pulled back a little bit. Target of 19 bucks. I mean, your target's pretty close. But like I said, if this thing pulls back even just a little bit, you have a good chance to get tagged out on that. So a little bit extended on the IMGN. Definitely a strong side. This is biotech or something though. Yeah, so I'd be careful with it. Not a bad idea, but just a little bit extended up there with a kind of a tight stop. And SPY and Qs have been whippy. Just chop, straight chop. AMD's peeking up and pulled back. CCL looking all right still. Did it hit full target from that trade I looked at earlier? 24 cents with 27 cents. Son of a gun. There I am. Having a little bit of fear of loss again. I don't mind that one as much, but I definitely could have snagged an R out of that for sure. For sure. Oracle's kind of chopping around still. Target. You can still watch target lower, guys. This thing does average days about $4. It's only done like 230. So keep it on the target. The S is looking all right still. Just a nice little pullback, bounce. Might be moving my stop up again, like 1570 here soon. So stay patient with that one though. Oxy is higher, so nothing to do there. AAL, yeah. Shop, pop, and then drop. So, I mean, if you would have got this, it would have been 56 cent stop. It would have hit 40 and pulled back. So didn't really miss too much on the Shopify, I don't think. Income, maybe. J Blues, it's in a little bit of a range concern. Keep an eye on it for some sort of buy setup, but getting a little bit tough on the J Blue. Same with the AAL. Really, all these airline stocks are getting a little bit extended up here. A little bit extended here. All right. So CCL is a big range concern now though. And it's almost doubled its average trading range. So I definitely could have snagged this first one. 24-cent stop and 27 cents. That was a little bit of a not the greatest decision on my part to pass, but it's all right. S is still moving up, looking pretty good here. So I'm going to go ahead and raise this stop up to 1570. So now I have a 3/5 of an R risk. So pretty manageable risk on that one. Looks like it's doing all right too, so I might just grind up to target there. Target's hanging out right now. All right. Oxy's moving up. AAL's. Yeah, like I said, guys, the airlines are getting a little bit tough up here. They've got a pretty extended move already. Well, DAL might be the best one out, actually. Look at this thing. Over high of the day. Not a bad idea. Guys, watch the DAL. Watch the DAL. Delta Airlines. 4016 by, this. I give it just under VWAP, about 28-30 cent stop loss. It's got exactly that to its average trading range. So yeah, keep an eye on that DAL. I'm gonna watch this thing. I'm gonna watch DAL. It is lagging a little bit. See, all the other airline stocks have already kind of ripped higher. This one is lagging just a bit, but keep an eye on it nonetheless. Guys, the S is getting up to where we need it to. Go ahead and raise this just a little bit more. Need just about another nickel out of this for full target on the S. So looking good on that. Still got sound. Ugh, man, that's annoying. I don't know why we're losing sound like that, but it is what it is. I guess we'll try to get it figured out. I thought I had it figured out a long time ago, man. This was like last year I was doing this, and this was like an everyday occurrence. I'd lose sound, but like I said, I thought we had it figured out. Maybe not. Maybe not. Guys, Target is still my favorite short idea. It's still really my only short idea. I'm gonna check some of these other ones here. Yeah, nothing else really on the short side. Maybe coin, but like I said, coin, the higher time frames are really not supportive of the short idea. So, not really excited about coin. I do like some Target though. Do like me some Target. Short that thing. I don't know why I'm short that, but AMD's hanging out. CCL. CCL is just kind of chopping around right here. Guys, I am gonna have to be off here like right at 9:30, maybe even a little bit earlier. Okay, so I'm not gonna be sticking around and chat it up today. So if you do have questions or comments, make sure you're getting them out there. All right. There's the DAL. Didn't really have a whole lot of rest. Really didn't like that too much, honestly. Target's kind of pulling back. No, cat. All you can do is laugh about this stuff, guys. Went up 1 penny from Target. 1 penny from Target on S on Sentinel 1. So hold solid, hold the line, boys. Let her ride it out. We'll see what happens. Shopify is still chopping around. Shopify, why not call it that? Like I said, these airlines really did rip. Even 1 minute, I feel like I could have gotten some sort of 1 minute trade on one of these, man. It wasn't the cleanest breakout, but man, that gap was nice. Yeah. AAL, kind of a tough trade, but it was there. Ooh. All right. So it's Ocul. Definitely a range concern, but where it's pulling back, not a bad idea for a buy setup. Yeah, I'm annoyed about CCL. Should have definitely should have got this 1 minute breakout on CCL. This was just my own foolery, my own hiddenness. Bro, do you know a good broker for Iranian? Honestly, I do not. I am not familiar with international brokers. I'm not very fluent with any of the international brokerages. So you might be able to do a quick Bing search and get something out there for that, but yeah, I'm not exactly sure, my man. I apologize. I wish I had an answer for you, but I really don't. I don't want to give you some BS answer. So yeah, I'm not very familiar with the brokers outside of the U.S. I'm not honestly, to be fair, I'm not even familiar with the brokers inside the U.S. Man, I use my broker, and outside of that, I really just kind of don't pay attention to much else. And if it's working, if it's not broken, don't fix it. My broker works very very well, so I don't really question it. I don't really try to change it. I just let it be. I'm a little bit tempted to raise my stop on this to like 1580, but I'm going to try and hold off for at least a little bit longer. But no, I appreciate the question, my man. I appreciate the question, but unfortunately, I do not have a great answer for you. Like I said, a trade station is what I use. I'm not sure if they offer anything internationally, but if they do, it's the one I would recommend checking out. That's what I'm saying. Look at this Ocul buy setup. This is a little bit tempting. Get in, scalp it with like a 16-cent stop. Be out before high today, man. Keep an eye on that one. Ooh, especially the markets continue to chop around here. If we ever, not they continue to chop around, but if they chop around and end up going higher, which kind of looks like what they're doing right now, kind of trying to go higher. Getting over that 431 area is tough at the moment, but we're holding VWAP pretty well. And watch this Ocul. Ocul. 773. This thing's already like doubled its average trading range. Doing great volume though, but yeah, probably give it a 16-cent stop loss. Try to get it up to back to that high of the day, basically. Keep an eye on this one. It is interesting, no doubt about it. I want to see it chop around here for a little bit more, though. At the very least, it has to complete this 5 minute bar. Honestly, I'd like to see it complete another one, though, just for to get that confirmation, AMD, another one. You definitely could have scalped out 1 R out of that. Could scalped 1 R out of that. Could scalped an R out of the CCL. There's 1 minute. They'll really get you. Target's still kind of looking lower. Might have set a bottom though. I mean, this Sentinel, the S, man, 1 penny from Target. Whew. Let's hope it gets there. Oxy, not much. Shopify, hanging out. Yeah, I really didn't have a whole lot here. CTL definitely could have been traded. Like I said, AMD was aggressive, but it was there. 36. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, I don't see much else right now, guys. Just we're in the Sentinel. Chopping around, looking a little bit lower at the moment, so hopefully it doesn't pull back too much further. WSC. Check this out for you, Casey. What are you doing with the WSC, my man? You're going long on it. 48.50. Stop loss 46.35. So stop loss. I like the stop loss. I like that. Target up to 52. It's a pretty reasonable target into a pretty solid void right here. So yeah, not in. Oh, I like kind of trading a lot, man. You keep zooming out. That's just a nice stage two. Higher high, higher low, higher high, or higher low. Might be trying to make a new higher high over 54. So yeah, I do like this one. I do like the WSC. Pretty solid there. All right. So, all right. Back to the list. AMD's probably done, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see that thing. I don't see me trading that in the next 30 minutes. So probably not gonna be looking at that too much more. TCL was definitely the miss of the day. Definitely the miss of the day. Some fear of loss there. 24% stop loss went over 2R. Range concern should not have been a concern, but Oracle's kind of pulling in here. DAL's pulling back, so Target is. You might be able to consider that sell setup on Target, but I'm not a huge fan. Sentinel 1 is pulling in right here. Man, this thing really tags us out after going 1 penny from Target. Oof, that's tough. Oxy. You can still watch Oxy short, I suppose, guys. Under that 58.50, you can keep an eye on it. It's not a bad idea by any means. Shopify's rolling over. QCOM never did anything. These airlines are getting a little bit extended up here, so probably not trading those. Yeah, I don't see a whole lot right now, guys. Not a whole lot on my list that I'm loving. The Ocul, still kind of keeping an eye on this one. I'm going to go ahead and put it on a list at least. Put it on my thumbnail list so I can watch it. Other than this, I really don't see much that I like, guys. Don't see much that I like. Markets are pulling back right here. We're getting some weakness out of the spine. The Qs ended up rolling over. Could not hold the VWAP. So we'll see if we bounce it low of the day or if we break down. We do have a lot of support here though still. So I'm not really, even if we break down, it's like we still got all this junk from Friday to go through. So I'm not really sold on the bearishness of the markets. Not really sold on that at all. Q, same sort of thing, coming down to a lot of support, so not really sold on that. Come on, Sentinel 1. Come on, S. Let's get there. Get back up to target, man. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. So I guess it's been a pretty solid trading day so far. A little bit of fear of loss, a little bit. Might have missed a trade or two on AMD or CCL, but all in all, really not horrible. Got a nice trade on the Sentinel 1 so far. Oil's dropping. Is it? Oil dropping. Oh, yeah, oil's had quite a bit of day, hasn't it? Yeah, down 4%, pulling the markets down with it. And if it breaks under that 67.50, it's got more room to drop too. It's got a lot more room to drop under there, so. Yeah, what's Oxy doing? Still hanging out. What are the other oil stocks doing? Anything looking lower? Not a whole lot. I got some decent ideas here, but nothing that's really knocking your socks off, you know? Let's see what these ideas are doing. Our cat's looking up. Ice rolled over. Wow. These are my top swing ideas for this morning. These were the ideas that I was thinking about putting an order in on. I didn't put an order in except for the first two. Doesn't look like any of them are doing too much. Yeah, what am I? Excuse me. What about Oxy and stuff isn't dropping as much? I've seen X, I'm kind of holding up pretty solid so far. And that Aki was pulling back a little bit more, kind of ruining. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that one anymore, honestly. With the range and stuff you add in there, it's like there's quite a few issues with that, man. So spies bouncing at support. Same with the Qs. CCL. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot else right here, so might be hopping off a little before 9, 10:30. Don't know anything else going on. Come on, Sentinel. This is the only trade I'm in right now. Sentinel 1, simply S. Man, I don't know why, but I don't like it when stocks are just one letter, like Ford or AT&T or something. I just feel weird. Like it's like I'm taking a trade on T or taking a trade on S or F, and I'm like, I feel like you need more there, you know. I just feel like you need more. I don't know. It feels weird just saying one letter. You're looking at CZR. CZR. What is this? Caesar's Palace. Yeah. All right. So 50-50. It's 50-50. Getting up here. Stop at 47.21. So you're a little bit extended, but you do have this little consolidation here that your stop is under. So if it pulls back, you do have that little bit of support at $48. I do like that. This is in that stage 1, so kind of equal highs, equal lows. Maybe trying to get into stage 2, trying to get above this moving average here. So maybe very early stage 2. And then target of 55. So target's in the right spot. Next area of resistance up here. So yeah, I like that one. It's gonna be correlated to the stocks, the MGMs, the WIN, the LVS. Oh, one of the casino stocks. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It does not look too bad at all. Like I said, my one concern is that it's a little bit extended, so it could maybe pull back and retest this $47 area, which would tag you out. But you do have some protection there, so I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. Let's see here. So AMD is rolling over. CCL is moving up still. Man, CCL really was a miss of the day, man. That was. I really need to start weighing these gaps more, man. This is a nice gap. Nice gap. Strong trend into a void. Probably should have been in that one. Probably should have been in that one. Oracle's chopping, nothing to do with that. DAL, uh, you can watch the DAL buy setup maybe. You need high today. Not a bad idea actually. One of the better ideas out right now. It's a little bit of a volume spike there. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on the DAL, guys. Don't love it, but I'm gonna watch it. Target's moving up. Sentinel, man, come on, baby. I just need to get over $16 again. Just pop over 16, tag me out, full target. I'm happy. All right. Yeah, other than the DAL, only thing that I'm even considering right now. But it needs another couple minutes before I'm interested, and it's not going to give you that. So, looking like might just be in it for with the Sentinel today. Might just be a one and done type of day. Let's check out the swing trades, see how they're doing. FSK. So this thing looks like it tagged us out for our entries right here. So I think we're up like maybe 3/4 of an R on that one. So that's good. NWSA's chopping around, looking good. DAL got full target today. Ooh, look at that Rumble, guys. There we go. That's what I've been waiting for on Rumble. Is this exact stuff right here. Rumble's looking real nice. Fresh, still hanging out. OHI still hanging out up here, looking good. Intel, look at Intel having a nice green day. Love to see that. Redfin's still chopping around here a little bit, so okay. Arc. This cat looking good as well. So I got cat, man, look at the cat actually. That looked real nice this morning, guys. Look at that. Could have got in with like $1.67 stop loss. Just easy pop, insta pop. Oh yeah. Look at that. Right under resist, man. That's a nice little trade right there on Caterpillar, guys. It's a nice trade. Ooh, I wish I would have saw that this morning. That would have been, I definitely would have been in that. If I saw it chopping around like that. Nice trade. It's a little bit thin on the volume. So you have some spread, but still a very nice trade right there on Caterpillar. All right. This thing. Hopefully that didn't peak boom me out, man. Got tight out of that on Friday. We'll see. All right, guys. I'm probably gonna be calling it a day here soon, honestly. Spy and Q's have been utterly choppy today. Just a very, very choppy day. Don't see anything else on my list that I really like. Should have taken the CCO today as one trade I really definitely should have had. Don't see much else right now. Sentinel one is looking like it might just tag us out for a small loss there. So Oxy hanging out. So the oil stocks looks like they're bouncing a little bit. Shopify is moving lower. QCOM is ugly. These airlines are just grinding up. Nothing to do with them here. So if you guys got any last minute questions or comments, make sure you throw them up in the chat log. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna go ahead and call it a day here, guys. Give you guys another few minutes to get that done. But like I said, I really don't see a whole lot right now on my list. And got some stuff to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and start getting it done. Man, what an utterly choppy day on the SPY though. Just very, very choppy. I mean, wouldn't it be great if Sentinel 1 could just pop, get us a target? What would 1009 have been? Yeah, see, you don't want to start doing that. You start lowering your stop like that, you're just ruining the risk to reward, and then you just mess with your stats, and it's like, I don't want to do that. Just let it be. Just let it be. What's meant to be will be. Man, CCL is one I'm really, really annoyed I didn't take, actually. Definitely should have been in this. Right there. Right there. Look at that. That thing is looking bullish if I've ever seen a bullish stock, man. 24-cent stop loss, it just goes. Just grinding all the way up. Just grinding all the way up, man. So, all right. It's just fine. Q's looking a little bit lower here. Sentinel 1 looks like I said, looks like we might get tagged out of this thing for a small loss. So, going to be down slightly today. Looks like not the world's worst day. Could have been a little bit better. Could have been a little more aggressive off the open, but like I said, not too mad about how I traded. Never want to come into Monday guns a blazing. So, yeah, not a bad day. But as always, we will be back here tomorrow morning, 9:25 Eastern or 9:15 Eastern time. My bad. Be back at it, ready to roll, ready to rock. Yeah, looks like you guys are good to go. So I'm gonna call it a day here, guys. Like I said, I got some stuff to do, got some errands and stuff. So I will get going. Maybe, just maybe, the S will hold off until we get to 10 or 16:10. But we'll see about it. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. I'll update the Discord channel with it. If you like it, as always, if you're not already in the Discord, make sure you check it out. It is free to join. Got some great trading resources in there, and you can get some great personalized feedback as well. So, what is this, Casey? Fold PT? What does that mean? Fold 1371. exactly sure what you mean there, but this is a little bit of an extended stock. I mean, you're up, what's that, 9 bars in a row, 9 green bars in a row into all of this junk over here. So quite a bit of resistance right here, and you're ripping. I mean, you're extended up into that area. So if you're going long on it, I might hold back, might wait for it to pull, give you some sort of a retest right there, like 1240, 1250, whatever it may be. They're a little bit extended right there if you're going long on that. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for me. Like I said, just the one trade on Sentinel on the S. So maybe he gets the target, maybe he doesn't. Either way, not a big deal. Really, a small loss if we end up tagging out. We'll be up 1R if not. So, like I said, I'll update the Discord with that, and then I will see you guys in there. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So, take care, everybody. Hope you guys got something out of this. I know I did. So, yeah, as always, have a great day, and I will see you back here tomorrow morning. Take care.